In the last episode of Sailing Bagheera, we saw the bad side of Lizard Island, with 30 plus knots of wind. Having to climb a steep hill to get internet connection. We saw Cheryl swim with the turtles, and we went for a walk across the island to Coconut Beach, where we had a lovely picnic lunch. And finally, after a couple of false starts, we had our last sundowners on the beach with our new friends and fellow sailors. We start this episode off at Lizard Island. After about 4 weeks, we have finally left. Joining us in this leg of the trip is sailing ships Samantha and Argonaut from Melbourne. Pretty soon we realise it's very windy out here and the swell is starting to get a little boisterous.
Sure there are.
We've lost the centreboard in between the What I was trying to say was we've lost the centreboard in between the two trampolines. Unfortunately, tied to a cleat attached to the centreboard was our Jenica sail, and as the centreboard went overboard, so too did the bottom sail bag, and that's why I had to bring that sail back inside.
We had a pretty horrendous sail yesterday from Cape Bedford to Hope. Our friends on Samantha just behind us were towing their tender behind the boat all the way, which of course filled up with water and the swells that were like 1.5 to 2 metres. Murray's gone over this morning to give them a hand to try to pull the tender up so that they can continue their journey back to Port Douglas. Sean and Andrina have to get back to go to work on Monday. This is life on the seas, not always wonderful. But anyway, we got here safely. Just a few dramas with our boat.
Alright, we're at Hope Island. We're just having a rest from sailing down from Lizard Island. I don't know whether you can see out here, but we've got strong wind warnings today, 30 knot plus. So we are going to go for a walk across the island. It's low tide, so we should be able to access more of the beach. After a few days resting at Hope Island, we head off again, and this time we aim for the Low Isles, but we don't quite get there.
Just anchored at Snapper Island for the night rather than going to Low Isles. Seems like quite a nice little spot here. A couple of fishing trawlers beside us. Hopefully we'll be out of the swell for the night and back down to Cairns.
Next morning we're off again. We have a good omen of a rainbow behind us and favourable winds this time.
we're finally under sail, flying into the Cairns Channel.
Now that we're safely in Cairns waterway, it's time to do some repairs on Bagheera. When we were up at Lizard Island, the wind instrument stopped working. And then we noticed the anchor light wasn't working, so it's up the mast for me. Cheryl and I have left Cairns. We're heading out to the reef. The weather's going to be beautiful this weekend, so we're going to take advantage of that and try and spend some time out at the reef. Cheryl's at the helm. Got everything under control.
Look man, no hands. Just coming into Moore Reef, coming up to find an anchorage. Up here we're following KARANGA. Looking forward to a nice snorkel out here. Just come out from Cairns today. Caught up with Deb and Tim from KARANGA, and we haven't seen them for almost 2 months. Caught up with them last night, and lovely to come out here and have a sail and spend a bit of time with them.
While we were in Cairns, if you recall, Cheryl killed the last GoPro, so we bought a new one. Plus we bought an underwater camera, so we should get a bit of still photography done as well.
Had a lovely morning at Moore Reef, just out from Cairns, snorkeling. We've been over to the large pontoon just behind KARANGA, snorkeled around there. Unfortunately we didn't get to see Wally, the big Maori wrasse, he wasn't there. And then we've been over to, I think it's called Australia Bommy, over by the other pontoon. Amazing snorkeling. You'll get to see some video footage on the new GoPro. Woohoo!
While snorkeling at the reefs, sometimes you got to remember you're in the middle of the ocean, so you do get some uninvited guests. Fortunately, these were the non-hazardous type. We were all keen to see Wally the Maori wrasse, so we headed back to the pontoon we were this morning and waited around for the paying public to leave. While we were waiting, Cheryl took some video of the GTs swimming under the boat, and we teased her a little bit.
Stop it, Tim.
And that's where we leave it this week. Thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to our YouTube channel and feel free to make your comment. Your feedback is important to us. Share this video with friends and family and anyone else who has a sense of adventure. Special thanks this week to Tim and Deb for sharing their special snorkeling locations with us. We'll see you next week as we continue our adventure.
Thank you.